What's up, everybody? It's your man Danelle, aka Small Guy Promotions, aka Omaha Fatty, coming to you with another podcast episode of What's Up Omaha. And I am joined by another wonderful guest today. And we have Jennifer Carbonell of American Shaman. You know, some people may not know what American Shaman is. Can you tell people what American Shaman is?
American Shaman's basically Omaha's most reliable CBD store. It's a franchise. There's 8 stores local, and then Garrett and I own 2. The first one was actually the first CBD store at Omaha, but they're nationwide. So if anybody's watching from like Florida or Texas or Washington, there's probably an American Shaman down the street from you too.
Right, right. And you don't have just one store here in Omaha. You have 2, correct?
Yes, yes. We're gonna celebrate our year here. You came out around our grand opening last year.
Yep.
But yeah, we're gonna celebrate our year here, and we're probably gonna do some like free Primal cookies. I know you guys know Primal, but that's what I'm thinking.
Yep. Yep.
Since we can't do a party.
It's been like a year already. I mean, it's been so. Gosh, the time just keeps flying by, man. I can't believe it.
Yeah, and it feels good because I know the first year is important in businesses. You know, can kind of be. But yeah, we got through it, especially with this whole situation, and we're still here, and we've got all our employees. So
nice. So, how long have you had the first location, and where is that located?
Off 96th and L, and that was open September 2017.
Okay. So, had you guys had any business experience before? Because it's not just you; it's your husband as well.
Correct. Yep, he's the top dog.
So how did you make the transition into this business? Was there anything else prior to this, or this was just?
Well, our mentor really kind of found CBD American Shaman for his own personal health needs, and we used to work for him. We did sales with him. We did open our own business doing that in Sioux City for a little bit, and then we stopped doing that after, around a year or so, and we just were kind of doing other things. But yeah, we had the opportunity to come down here and help him open the 96th Street store, and we were pretty nervous about it considering, Nebraska and just how everything, and it was a lot worse than it is now. There's a lot of CBD stores now, but because it's safer to do it now. But it was so yeah, we felt it was a movement we had to be a part of, though, and we'd known Jason, or he opened the stores, and he helped actually quite a few stores open throughout the nation. So we trusted him, and we felt strongly about CBD and cannabis as something that can help people.
Yeah. And so and you mentioned about it not being as as widespread as it is now. People still don't necessarily know what CBD is, and there being some apprehensions when that comes into the conversation, especially when you say cannabis with it. Can you tell people exactly what CBD is so that they don't confuse it, because they always wonder about it being with THC and whatnot, especially when people are taking it in the water soluble or however they're deciding to ingest it?
Yeah, absolutely. There's still a lot of stigma and misunderstanding about CBD products. So it doesn't get you high. THC is one of the cannabinoids that would cause that effect. But in the whole cannabis plant, I guess that's the wrong word. It is cannabis, but they're both cannabis sativa, but cannabis is really more used for marijuana. But since it is cannabis, but yeah, so CBD has all the different cannabinoids that you would find in other plants. They're very similar except for without the THC. So, everybody's heard about different things that marijuana can, and we do marijuana because, the lingo is so funny with it, but we don't like to say marijuana in the industry because the whole origin of it is kind of has racial, they're like, oh, let's use marijuana, because then people will be like, oh, it's a foreign term, so we won't be on board with it.
Yeah, so, right.
So it's not marijuana. It doesn't get you high. It's CBD, it's just the CBDs, and there's CBGs, and there's CBCs, and all these different little cannabinoids that make up the natural plant, but they all do their part to give you the benefits. And it's great because now that legislation is more on our side in the United States, they're learning more about these different cannabinoids and terpenes and flavonoids all the time. There's, found out that there's some flavonoid and some Jamaican strain that might help with prostate cancer. And they found a THCP that might be 30 times stronger than THC. So they're always coming out with more information now that research is more prevalent.
And what does CBD, for the person who has no knowledge of CBD, what do you tell that person about it, and what is it used for?
So CBD, it's just a natural supplement that can help manage stress and help support your joints. It really just helps bring your body to a natural, healthy balance. We have to be careful about the things we say because we're not doctors, and it's not an FDA approved prescription drug. So we can't say that it'll help with your anxiety or arthritis, but a lot of people come in here to help manage those type symptoms of those issues,
Okay.
helping get to sleep,
Yeah,
or
that was one of the
creating,
things that I was going to mention.
yeah, and a more optimal sleep cycle is what we can say.
Right. And
So
there's
yeah, I would just basically say it's a natural supplement that can really kind of help you manage stress and support your body through daily exercise.
well, and if I remember correctly, doesn't your body make a cannabinoid on some level?
Yes, absolutely.
So
You can also find cannabinoids in black pepper, cloves, kale, broccoli. So cannabinoids are prevalent. It's actually in breast milk. So they're very prevalent in nature and other places. It's just our body's deficient of cannabinoids. Maybe we weren't so deficient in the past when there was hemp growing in the fields and the cows were eating all the hemp and we were eating the cows. So maybe we were getting some cannabinoids more in the past that way. But like a lot of things, we have to supplement. A lot of us aren't getting good enough vitamin C or D. I think we're realizing that now. So yeah.
and you brought up something that I wanted to talk about at some point in the conversation as well, hemp. So that's another thing, it's closely related. I mean, how do you break that down? Because people also get that same stigma about hemp. And I follow the company Hemp Industries a little bit because I invest in them, and I know that there's a lot of different things that they use hemp for. Manufactured goods, they're talking about replacing some of the materials that they use to make cars with hemp because it's industrial strength, and they can do that at a better cost, and it's more natural. So how are those closely related?
Yeah, great question, because again, with the terminology in this industry, it's so there's hemp. Hemp fiber is great. I even have some hemp hats here. So this is hemp fiber. This is one of the things that, but there's not any CBD in here. We've got some so it's hemp's the flower, it's the natural plant. It's just at what point they stop the growth or the seeds or the genetics of the plant. So
Hmm.
there is CBD in hemp. It's just the different types of hemp. Some hemp they're growing more for just fiber. Some hemp they want it to be bushy with nice leaves for CBD. And then if they have the right seeds or let it grow long enough, then that is when it becomes more of like something you find in Colorado, but in the very
Yeah.
nice beginning stages. But yeah, I'm very, very excited about the hemp industry in that regards, because once they get more manufacturing, it could open the gateways, because like you said, it's very low cost and environmentally friendly. We can make toilet paper and
Yeah, it's got many uses.
Mhm.
Well, and I know, I mean, from keeping an eye on it loosely, what, 2000 and, was it 2019? No, maybe it was 2018. I can't remember, where Trump signed that new, I don't know if it was a law, but whatever he signed that passed that allowed hemp to be produced. So did you guys get a boost from that as well?
Yes, absolutely, because we opened before that. So we were going off of a different farm bill that wasn't so clearly defined. So that's where some of the stress I was talking about and making the decision came from. But in 2018, in December, Trump signed the farm bill, which removed hemp as a controlled substance.
That's
So
what it was.
believe it or
Yeah.
not, hemp was a controlled substance. It's not going to get you high. It's not going to, you can't overdose on it. So it was ridiculous that it was there. So that was a great move. And then it allowed hemp to be an agricultural commodity. So at least give farmers the chance to do something with it.
Yeah, and I've been seeing, there's farmers in different states all over starting to do it. It. I feel like, and from what they say, the projected stats are in the future, it's going to be a pretty big industry.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. So, and with the growth of hemp and CBD, I'll go ahead. She's still at the store, guys. So that's what's going on right now. Can you still hear me though?
Yeah,
Oh,
she left her ID, so I'm glad that she came back.
oh, okay, yeah, no problem. So you take your time, do what you need to do. I like to talk, so. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I actually met Jennifer, um, before she opened, or the second, yeah, right as they were getting ready to open their second location. Um,
Nice.
and, and where is your second location? We
It's
talked
off
about the first one,
168th and center next to Clancy's.
and it's Armburst, right?
Yeah, Armbrust.
Armbrust. In my mind, I always like get it all jumbled. I always think Starburst when I say it anyway.
I had it spelled wrong on everything. This is so
Really?
embarrassing. Yeah, I did. I really did. And then somebody in the plaza was like, "Your stuff's spelled wrong," and I'm like, "Oh, really?"
So was it on your like all your pamphlets and all that stuff? They were, yeah. I,
It's
I can
not
see
like I.
how that would happen.
Yeah,
Not
it took us
necessarily.
a long time to put this place together too. We did a lot of shopping around, and there was a lot of negotiating. So I mean, I was looking at a lot of paperwork. Just sometimes.
Yeah, it happens. You remember those mistakes though. Learning opportunities. Uh, so how did you guys, location wise, how did you decide after being at 96th and L to also be at 168th? What was the process of that?
there was there was not any there were not any CBD stores out here, so that was a big part of it. And this kind of opens up to West Nebraska also. It's the closest store to, if you live a little town outside of Nebraska, Fremont, Bennington, we get people in there. Benson is actually our home area, so we kind of wanted to open up there, but ultimately just there is a store downtown, and there is one off Leavenworth. So we just felt this was the best move. And we were trying to think about school districts and where we wanted to be long term. And
Right. It
you
just
know
made
how it
sense.
is.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All that stuff, it plays a part in, the logistics. So yeah, definitely makes sense. Um, so, coming up on the first year, what's been the like biggest struggle now, not only having one store, but having to split? Like, is staff being split, or is there different staff for each location?
Our staff splits it. So we have, everybody works both stores. The most difficult part, you know, it's a big store. Just deciding what to do at the back end of it.
Oh, do you still
You
have
know,
that back part open?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's just kind of really getting people to know that we're here was a big struggle for the new business.
yeah. And do you get people that come into the stores that, kind of like we talked about before, they don't know what CBD is, but they're like, "Ooh, what's this store? Let me go in and check it out." You get a lot of walk-in traffic.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one reason we did also like this plaza, because there's Clancy's and everybody said good things about the Irish bar. Anytime that came up, and it's got good street visibility, and then there's First Watch, which is just popping on Sundays and when they're open, and then So yeah, that was a big part. And on Sundays and on the weekends, this parking lot is pretty much packed. So we do get a lot of people who are curious. There are some people who like seem to avoid our sidewalk a little bit. Um, but we try and, make sure that we appear as friendly and normal as possible. We're not a vape shop or a smoke shop.
Yeah.
It's some place that you can bring your grandma or, bring your kids in here.
Yeah. And me being Omaha fatty, isn't there a nothing bundt cakes right over there
Yes,
also?
free samples.
Yeah, I try not to forget food stuff. And along that note, uh, what, how can you take in CBD? What are the different options? There's lotions that I know my wife has for the longest time, years. They've had that little lotion with the hemp on it.
Yes,
But there's also CBD lotion as well, right? I mean, what different
absolutely.
options do you have?
Yes, yeah. Any way you could want to take CBD, really. We have smokable products. We have inhalable products. The water soluble you talked about, that's our most popular. We have different topicals. We have serums. We have roll-on serums. We have creams. Those are more deep penetrating. Then we have the lotion. That's really nice. Then we have a face cream. So those are nice topicals. We have a whole bunch of different gummies. And then I'm using this nasal spray that I really like. But we also have capsules and probiotics and those omega-3s, and we have different soaps and massage oils, and we have a few canned drinks and
Yeah,
tea.
there was one soda that was really good. There was one that I didn't care for so much, but there was one that was really good. I can't remember which flavors, but yeah, the drink was definitely good.
Nice, nice.
And so you also, the time that I came out to the new location, when you did the grand opening, you also had popcorn and all this other stuff. So you can infuse it into different food items as well. I mean, we talked about
Yeah.
the drinks. So, but there were cookies, I think, and brownies. Do you
Hmm.
guys do that often?
Yes, we actually, I mean, American Shaman makes our own edibles, but we really are health conscious and we love local, natural goods. So all the yummy goodies, those were made with Primal Indulgence. So she has the authorized professional
Lindsay over
kitchen that
there.
they go to. She's a professional, so she really has a lot of experience working with this type of product. So yeah, they're super great. We still do try and have at least one of her products in um, every month. We did some
She's nice. Lindsay is really nice.
Oreos. Yes, yes. Yeah, and then that was a local popcorn lady too. I'll think of it, but yeah, she's got some good stuff. And then we have a couple other local companies. We have a 3D hemp printed product, so like earrings and golf tees that he makes with hemp in a 3D printer.
Nice.
So we have those here. And then last week there was a lady who brought some natural soaps out to the store.
Yeah, but I did
Um,
the video that you did with the hand sanitizer and all that stuff.
Yeah, we almost sold out of all those soaps. They're only $5 and people are loving them. So, and that makes me feel good that, we're helping out a local place and then it's helping us out too. So it is a great collaboration when we do stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's one of the big things that I believe in is, and that's what What's Up Omaha is about, is providing a platform to hopefully, since I'm out and about kind of often, more often than some people, there's a lot of places and a lot of people that I come into contact with that other people aren't necessarily aware of. So it's great for me to be like, oh, that's a cool place. The owners are really nice. Like maybe I could have them on as a guest and have them tell the story about what they do in the hopes that it grows on some level and helps out. So it's all about partnerships with the small businesses and helping one another, community.
Yeah, absolutely. We got our insurance agent from one of your events, Abby at Northwestern.
Okay.
So we love her. And then we have a painting that we bought a photograph that we bought from Terry at Showtime Photography, and he's was nice enough to bring a couple of his pieces up here to display for us a
Nice.
couple of times.
Yeah, Terry's nice, and that's funny. I've had Terry on an episode probably a year and a half ago, maybe longer. I don't even. It's been a while, but it's so great to know that all these people are connected on some kind of level. And for me, having some type of role in that, it feels good for me. You know, it makes me happy.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, they're I was just thinking about that, all the events. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer or anything, but you know, if we don't get to do any events this year, I understand, but you know, you always miss stuff when I love it though, being out there, meeting people and talking to people.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and luckily for me, usually every year we do 4 events, every quarter. But this
Mm-hmm.
year I actually only schedule an event in March and an event in September. So far we are still on track um,
Okay, good.
for September 26th at the Croc Center again.
Great.
But yeah, I checked with Debbie, one of the coordinators out there, and she said that we're still on, as of now, we're still on as planned. So we'll see what happens. But,
Okay, great.
well, and I don't want to take too much of your time. Are there any other points that we missed that you would like to tell people around the Omaha area about CBD or about your stores?
There is one product, the one thing that I wanted to talk about, and I probably could have spent my whole time talking about it. It's our wash. So American Shaman, our CEO, I won't try and drag it out, but he's just a really great guy. You know, he started this company for good reasons, and so they started making this wash. It's not alcohol, it's hydrochloric acid, so it's non-toxic and environmentally friendly. So you can spray it around food and around your kids, and you just let it sit and wait for it to dry. I've got it in here, and we've got it and these ones, but we're doing deals on the gallon. So they lowered our price on the wash for gallons. So I know a lot of salons and other businesses are opening up right now, and the products in store may be kind of hard to get a hold of. So if you don't have like a chain where you can get a bunch of cleaning supplies already, and you're having to go shop around stores where there's these limited items for your business, I can imagine that can be hard. So yeah, we're doing deals on that. The gallons, $42 for a gallon of the wash, and for every 2 that's purchased, I want to donate a gallon to the Lydia House.
Okay.
Yeah, because this, you know, like I said, it's safe to be around kids. I've been spraying my kids and their toys. The 2-year-old, she doesn't. I said that in the video. You know, I try and hold her up to wash her hands, and she's just kicking and screaming. And so, I mean, we wash their hands, but it's a lot easier just to spray something on them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Anybody with a kid, especially a 2-year-old, knows how that goes. So it's definitely easier to do that. That's a great deal. Where can people? We know where we can find the physical locations, but where else can we find on social media platforms, website, phone number, all that stuff? Where can the people find you at?
Yeah, our website, cbdomaha.org. So all of our American Shaman products are online. You can call us in store, and we're doing anything we can to make our products available and make you feel safe. I'm wearing masks at the store. Everybody's wearing a mask. We're sanitizing in between people, but we're also offering curbside pickup or free shipping. So even if you live down the street, you know, we'll ship it to you. That's fine. We don't care. Whatever you're most comfortable with. We don't want you to go without your products, or if you're having extra stress and you want to try this out, you know, we don't want you to have any obstacle. We are happy to work with everyone in this situation. So you can call us, and we're happy to answer questions or talk, because we might be bored. The store might be a little slower. No, I'm just kidding. But 402-885-8727. And we always have samples in store too, and we're trying to, you know, have our samples quarantined in Tupperware, and, you know, doing little plastic bottles for our samples instead of the pitcher, and just making sure that, you know, we're being safe for everybody.
Okay, cool. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Another episode in the books of What's Up Omaha. Thank you again to my guest, Jennifer and say your husband's name so people know too, just in case they come in and he's there.
Yes, Garrett's great. He has lots of knowledge. Garrett Carbonell, and then everybody else on our team too is so friendly and so knowledgeable too. So we just have a really great team of people that makes our store a success.
There you go. So as we end every episode, smile, help someone else smile, laugh and help someone else laugh all day, every day, and go and check out one of the locations for CBD or American Shaman CBD. You know, we get 96th and L, and we've got a 168th and Armrest. Did I say it right that time?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
All right, cool. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop recording here. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're listening on, any of the podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, please share. It'll be on YouTube as well. So we hope to see you guys around.